Happy Saturday, ads family. So we are going to get right into the Ask Laurel section right after just a few announcements. So as a reminder, as I always do, you want to be checking the featured section every single week. On iPad, it might say announcement, so it's like featured/announcement section, but anything that you need to know that's coming up, any important platform announcements are always going to be under the featured section. So I want you guys to just start getting into the habit of just checking the featured section, okay? As you guys can see, coming up on Thursday, November 16th, very, very shortly, we will be having a conversions over cocktails. And so I'm actually going to show you guys the exact process that I use in order to write dozens of ad hooks a day for my clients. And I'm actually going to be showing you guys some AI tools that I use in order to get that done faster. But AI tools are awesome, but if you don't do the 5-step process before using AI, you're going to get some less than desirable results. And so I'm going to actually show you guys how I actually use ChatGPT and Copy Coached in order to actually get more done, okay? Another thing is make sure that if you have a question specifically for me, that you're putting it in the Ask Laurel thread. I cannot validate or verify that any advice that's given outside of this thread is correct. I see a lot of people trying their best to give people great advice, but they're either falling short or they're maybe not understanding something. And so I just want to make sure that if you guys want my advice, and I know it's only once a week, but getting great advice once a week is better than getting bad advice every single day, right? If you guys want more access to me, you could always go and apply for Lean on Laurel. But anyway, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that this is the absolute best way to get my advice on things. If you want feedback on offers, make sure that you are following the Power Offer Submission. There are rules in getting that done. Also, if you've noticed that you've asked a question, but I don't go over it today, it's probably because my team deleted it because it didn't follow one of these rules. Some people are trying to circumvent our rules, and they're asking more than one question. And, my team just doesn't have time to go back and forth, telling you what rule you broke. Just know if you ask multiple questions, then likely your question got deleted. If you didn't follow the rules for posing your power offer, it likely got deleted. So I love every single one of you guys, and the reason that we have these rules in place, I know there are a lot of them, but just keep coming and referencing the Ask Laurel thread. You're going to see all of the rules, because guys, there's like over 3,000 of you guys. If I didn't put these rules in place, we wouldn't have things like the Ask Laurel thread. We wouldn't have the 2 Zoom coaching calls. And so a program like this, in order for me to serve everyone, we need to have rules, including that the deadline is at Thursday at 5 o'clock. That is because yesterday I spent time reviewing all of the questions here so that today I would be prepared. Like, a lot of you guys don't realize that I do a lot of preparedness work before coming to these calls. And so it's not like I'm just showing up and being like, hey, I'm here. What you guys got for me? I'm taking some time to actually prepare. So we're going to kick things off with Stacy. She says, oh, wow, looks like I got on first. That's awesome. She says, thanks for the feedback. I revamped. This time I combined the 2 of who I want to be and offer as a coach. Helping people struggling to sponsor in network marketing. They need another way, because DMing people every day can't be the only way to build a business. I agree. And I know for my nurses, they don't have time for that. So the offer is based on that mind frame. I want to offer them leverage of time and effort by learning how to market themselves by running ads to their ideal business partner. That's awesome. That's the way that by the way, when people come to me wanting help with their network marketing offer and recruiting, I'm like, just do ads. Like, it's the fastest way to get things done. So you can see here, Stacy has given me proof of purchase of the power offer. So let's take a look at this, right? Who is this for? Network marketers who don't have enough warm contacts to grow their team quickly. I like this. Very, very, very specific. The reality of network marketing is, if you do not sponsor new partners on your team within your first 30 days, it becomes challenging to qualify for those bonuses and promotions that get you paid quickly. Most upline and coaches tell you active ways to prospect for leads, like DMing people on Facebook and LinkedIn. However, when you're already busy with working kids, you need techniques you can leverage to find and sponsor new business partners into your team without DMing people you just met. The organic marketing strategy allows you to market your business specifically at a small to no budget. Paid ad strategy allows you to. So I would, again, I want to say I told you this last week, but I will say this is so much better. I feel like you're writing specifically to that person that you're talking to. I would strengthen these two things. Like, what about the organic marketing strategy, right? Because you just told me that DMing people, so what type of organic strategy, right? Like, how is it, like, that's the question that most people are going to have is, well, how does this work if I'm not DMing people, right? So you want to give, and then also the benefits of this, like, are you just going to use $5 ads, or like what is the money commitment here? So I think adding those two elements here will make this so much stronger. That's all you have to do. Just add here are the only 3 posts that you have to do organically that on average brings X amount of leads straight to my inbox without me having to DM a single person. I'm going to show you a $5 ad strategy that will allow you to consistently bring X amount of leads every single week without the need for any manual processes like DMs or anything like that, right? So I just made those 2 things up, but you see how like how more specific it made this offer. So those are only 2 things you're missing right there. But all in all, great job, Stacy. Like you've been here on the Ask Laurel post the last 3 weeks getting this dialed in, and I guarantee, Stacy, by you using this every single week, you've gotten more done than so many other people. So congratulations. Let's see. Talita says, "Hey Laurel, can you please give me feedback on my power offer and audience? To give you some context, I have spent $5,000 on ads over the last 5 months since joining your program and implementing your ad strategies. Yet I still have not been able to validate my high ticket offer, which is $3,000. My offer ad, I have shared the link with you below, has generated 289 messenger conversations at the cost of $2.56 per message, and I have spent a total of $740. Wow, that is awesome. 289 messenger conversations, and you've only spent $740. That is really good. I have had around 31 booked calls and 20 no-shows, and I've made 0 sales. Okay, so I'm not even gonna look at we'll look at this, but the issue isn't your ad. You're getting the leads. They're just not moving through. And so the first thing that you have to look at is you've had 31 booked calls and 20 no-shows. That is an issue, right? So I'm actually gonna pull up something that I typically reserve for my Lean on Laurel students, but I'm actually going to pull it up for you guys. Hang on one second. Okay, so this is my private client's pre-call funnel, okay? And so anytime someone schedules a call, this is the sequence that we actually use. Now, this literally has a near perfect 100% call show up rate. Now, this pre-call funnel, in addition to consistently running the ecosystem, is key, okay? And so as you can see here, her issue isn't getting leads. I mean, holy cow, she's got 289 messenger conversations at $2.56 per message. She spent $740 to get 31 booked calls. Those are great numbers. And I know that you think that these people are not qualified. That is what people tell themselves so that they don't fix the actual problem. And nothing against Talita, because I hear this all the time. And I get someone that takes their place, like with my private clients, I'll be like, hey, can you work these leads? And every time they will get people to show up for the call, they'll get people to buy, even though clients will be like, oh, my leads are unqualified. Guys, it is almost never the lead quality. I promise you guys, you have to put in this sales process. And so her issue right here is 31 booked calls and 20 no-shows. That is literally the biggest black hole that I see just from this information right here. So this is what this pre-call funnel actually looks like. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to ensure as soon as they book a call that we are putting one, if not all of these 4 types of content in front of them, right? Like a VSL, a signature methodology training, evidence-based content like case studies, and bingeable content. The whole goal is we want them watching as much of this content before that call as possible. Okay? Now, number 3, I'm skipping number 2 because it's not going to be relevant here, is an email and text sequence. And now I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I do that. Well, you have to do it in a very specific way. So right after they book, here's the thing. You want to send them a text and say, hey, this is Talita. I am super excited to talk with you. Can you just confirm that you've watched the training that I just sent over? Okay. Just getting people to respond to that text is going to open the dialogue so that you can nurture them and build rapport. Whether you're building rapport over text, whether you're building rapport over Messenger, this is very, very key, okay? This is one of the things that we started doing with our agency clients, in addition to our private clients, is building rapport over DM. So as soon as someone books a call, we want to make an introduction. So I will say this. So one of my agency clients who I've been working with for a really long time over the last several years, she doesn't take her own sales calls anymore, but I still have her do this process. And so she lets people know, she introduces herself over DM and she says, hey, I'm super excited that you have a call booked. Unfortunately, I can't come to the call because I'm doing XYZ, but I'm going to put you in the hands of XYZ, and she's the perfect person to take this call because she has been where you are. So she's been through my stuff. She understands exactly what needs to happen. And so I matched you guys. You guys are a perfect fit. So you're going to get a lot of value out of this call. And then we, again, verify that they've watched any trainings that we've sent. And then what I'm also going to do in DM, especially like if they've booked a call days in advance, I'm going to ask for more information so that you can help them get better prepared for the call. So like in my case, right, if I have a call with someone in 3 days, I'm going to say, hey, by the way, what are your funnel numbers right now? Like, what are some of the ads that you've been running? I'm going to keep them engaged into actually booking that call. Get them eager, right? That's the key with this. And I built this post scheduling sequence in order to get these clients to be eager to work with you, to be eager to get on the phone with you. So that's the reason why, like, these people aren't eager. Like, if you've got 31 calls booked and 20 no-shows, there's going to be no-shows, but you want at least 60% of people to actually make the call, right? And so if you've got 31 booked calls, 20 were no-shows, it looks like 11 people did show up and you still had 0 sales. So that's also concerning, right? And I know that you're working with Alicia on getting those sales, but let's take a look. But I don't think there's anything wrong with your power offer ad, honestly, because I mean, the only thing that concerns me is that this is in second person. I would never write an ad like this in second person because it risks your ad account getting shut down. But I wanted to tackle the real issue here. It's not the ad or the lead quality. It's your inability to move them from one step to the next. I guarantee it. It's not a lead quality issue because I'm guaranteeing 289 people, they're not all low quality. There's always going to be 10% of these people that are going to be your ideal client. 8 to 10% of this, which would be, which actually lines up, right? Because 10% of this would be about 30. So that makes sense. You got 10% of them to book a call with you. So that's what's promising about this. And so that's why I think that this pre-call funnel right here, and I cannot share this outside of my Lean on Laurel students. But I did want to at least share with you guys the strategy that we use in order to get people from booking the call all the way to getting people to show up. Let's see. Tatiana says, hey, Laurel, I would like some feedback on my power offer. I didn't get Jules' program yet, but I'm using Copy Coach. So for context, I'm a freelance copywriter, and this is my offer to attract new clients. Awesome. So let's take a look at this. So she's gotten some feedback from Copy Coach, which is the AI tool that we have in this program. If you ever want to play around with it, if you go to offer optimization, you check out Copy Coach right here, and it will take you to the platform where you could actually grab a free trial. But make sure that you grab it from this link right here to ensure that my frameworks, because there are different versions of this one specifically has my my scripts and everything in it. So you want to make sure that you are getting the correct one. So let's take a look at the power offer. It says, oh, I see. You put it here. So what you want to do is you want to actually put the stuff in here so I can make notes on it. But I'll just read it from here. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. So if you're a content creator that want to get more subscribers in your email list or grow your newsletter, if I offer to write you an educational email course using my unique methodology that will bring you 30% more subscribers to your email list and increase your authority in the next 7 days without you spending any time on it and without you having to create lead magnets that are not effective. So a lot of stuff going on here. So the first part, which is the most important, is who is this for? Okay, content creators who want to get more subscribers to your email list or grow your newsletter. That's okay. Content creators that want to grow their email list or newsletter. Okay, I'll buy that. But the offer is very, very convoluted, right? Like, I don't think that they want to increase, like, I don't think you need to increase your authority. That's not necessarily what problem you're trying to solve. I'm assuming that the problem that you're trying to solve is they aren't getting subscribers. So one of the things that I would say is, how big is their email list now, right? If you can take someone from having a 300 person email list to having, 1,000 people in the next 7 days, that would be a compelling offer, right? So that is one of the things that I want you to think about is, because no one cares about writing you an educational email course. What they want is, what is the results that this is going to actually bring, right? You could say, if I offer to write, let's see, if I offer to write an educational email course using my unique methodology, no one cares about the unique methodology unless you're talking about your unique, like what is unique about it. You're not telling me anything. That'll bring you 30% more subscribers. So if you said, if over the next 7 days, I brought you, I could 30x the amount of subscribers that you're getting, without you having to create a lead without you having to recreate your lead magnet, would you take me up on that offer? Ooh, that's really sexy. So if you're a content creator that wants to grow your newsletter, if over the next 7 days, I 30x'd your subscribers without you having to recreate your current lead magnet, would you take me up on that offer? That is how I would make it. Now that is a sexy, compelling offer. Hopefully that was helpful, Tatiana. I gave you some good stuff there. Hope you use it. Let's see. Casey says, hey, Laurel, in last week's call, you mentioned that you find that pure lookalike audiences don't perform that well without some kind of extra targeting. Right now, I have video ads going to a lookalike audience of my 25% power content views, and I'm getting 9 cents per 100% video view. That's awesome. This makes me suspicious. I want to test doing the lookalike with a more specific targeting. I'm targeting coaches and course creators. What would you suggest the more specific targeting be? Something like marketing or content creation? If you're targeting coaches and course creators, I would probably layer in a lead generation or email marketing type. I would probably go a little bit. I would probably do more of a broad targeted layer in there. Let's see. Jennifer says, I need some help on deciding next steps for my power content ads. I have 3 running as engagement ads with focus on video views, and they are about 5,000 impressions now. KPIs for all 3 look relatively good, but I don't have enough 25% views yet to be able to create a warm audience. I have 1 conversion multiplier running to cold audience in addition to the 3 power content ads, but it is not doing very well. I just launched it, so I'll be letting it run a bit longer. With the ads I'm running right now, my budget of $500 is maxed out. I want to be able to create a warm audience ASAP, but I have trouble deciding how to best do that. I could just let the ads run until I get to at least 1,025% views, but I think that may take a long time. Okay, so I get what you're trying to do. So here's how I would do. So she's got to conserve her budget. And so let's see, she's got video views at 25%. So automatically, check this out. So here's what I would do. So you see this one that video plays at 25%. So you want as many people watching 25% as possible, right? So you could see here, this one only has 55, this one has 39, but look, this one has 91, right? I would literally shut off the other 2 ads, right? Because you're getting cost per 25% view at 33 cents, right? I would literally turn off the 76 cents, turn off the 50C, and allocate all your budget there because it's getting twice as many people. So if you allocate your budget there, you're going to get twice as many people for the same cost. So that's how we have to optimize this. So whenever we're doing things like this, we want to consolidate our budget to the ad that's bringing in the most leads, which in this case, right, what constitute a lead in this point is people who are watching 25% video views. And so that is where we have to look at. This one's only bringing in 55. This one's only bringing in 39. This one brought in 91. Allocate all the budget to that, and bada bing, bada boom, you're going to get twice the amount of people to retarget than if you left them all on. So that's what we want to be able to do. Let's see. Miranda says, hey, Laurel, here's my first power offer review. I'm an online health and fitness coach and I work with clients one-on-one. My biggest concern with formulating my power offer is making sure my verbiage doesn't get me banned because weight loss is a sensitive topic. Yep, most of my clients are fitness, so I get it. I'm not sure how specific I can be with my claim when it comes to ads. I'm super new here, so slowly but surely getting through the content. Thanks for your help. So the number one thing to remember, right, is when we're writing this, we want to keep it in third person. That will protect you. You either want to write it in first person or third person. We cannot assume that the person reading this needs to lose weight. Facebook does not like that. And so that's where the whole myth behind you're not supposed to use you in an ad. You can use you in an ad as long as it doesn't make the reader feel negative about themselves. And so we avoid using the word you and talking in second person when it comes to health and fitness, right? So, who is this for? Women ages 22 to 25 who are tired of struggling to say, okay, here's the thing. Your who is for needs to be stronger. Women ages 22 to 55, that's such a wide range of, like, people who, I would say this, like, where do you want to focus? Because someone who's 25 and trying to lose weight is going to be is going to need very different needs from someone who is a woman who's 55, okay? So who are tired of struggling to say, so every woman right now who's on this call, right, do me a favor. So if you are watching live or if you're watching the replay and you're a woman, right, like, raise your hand if you would, like, relate to this, right? Women ages 25 to 55 who are tired of struggling to stay consistent with diet and exercise, right? Everyone would probably raise their hand. We don't want everyone in the room to raise their hand. We want very specific people to raise their hand and say, this is me, I need to know more, right? So if I offer, and just so you're clear, if you put this offer out, you are going to get people who are going to raise their hand. You're going to have good conversations. But the way to actually be able to scale and be consistent with this is really finding the secret sauce. Like what makes your stuff unique? And I'll keep reading and I'll give you some more advice. If I offer to help you lose 10 to 30 pounds in 6 months, again, don't use you, right? So you would say, like, for instance, right? You would say something, you know, most women between the ages of 45 to 55 struggle to stay consistent when it comes to losing weight. You see how I position that as a third person, and then anyone who's 45 to 55 is going to be like, yep, this is me. I need to read more, right? So that is the difference between writing something like that and writing something that is going to attract a certain type of person, right? So they've offered to help you lose 10 to 30 pounds in the next 6 months. I mean, you're going to get people who are going to raise their hands because this is a pretty compelling offer. But one of the ways that you could actually make this even sexier, so I'll give you 2 examples. One of my students actually helps women lose weight, lose 20 pounds in 3 months eating burritos, right? That makes this offer a little bit compelling and unique. So while this offer will attract a lot of people, I'm not going to lie, like, weight loss is always going to attract clients, right? I think coming up with who specifically that you actually want to talk about, or who is it that, you know, what is it that they don't want to do, right? So for instance, right, like if people don't want to give up carbs, right, you said, like, without cutting carbs, you know, if I offered to help you lose 10 to 30 pounds in 6 months by only eating burritos and tacos, right, people would be like, huh, that's me, right? That's what I mean by, like, a unique methodism. And I see right here, you said you struggle with your audience because I work with all kinds of clients. That's okay. You can have 3 different power offers that are going to attract 3 different types of people. The whole point, I think people have this misconception that they need to niche their actual program down. We're not asking you to niche your program down. We're just asking you to niche your offer down, right? Because there's going to be an offer for a woman who's 25 and in college. She's going to have very different needs than someone who's a woman who's 55. So I'll give you guys a really good example of this, right? So if she said something like, if she was targeting women who are of college age, right? So let's say, or business school or what's after graduate school, right? Who would be 25. Like, women who are in graduate school have the hardest time losing weight. If I told you the secret to my postgraduate clients losing 10 to 30 pounds in 6 months while still eating food, while still eating fast food, and by only exercising 15 minutes 3 times a week, would you take me up on that offer, right? You see how I literally tailored that offer just for, like, postgraduate women? Whereas if I'm trying to target women 45 to 55, might say here's why most busy professional aged women of 45 to 55 have a hard time losing weight. But what if I told you that my clients are able to lose 10 to 30 pounds in 6 months by doing workouts at their desk without having to give up going out with their, with their friends at lunch and being able to go to every single happy hour? Would you take me up on that offer? Now, I just kind of fumbled through that, but I want you guys to understand that when people say to niche down, they're not necessarily saying that you have to change anything about your program. You're just going to niche down the actual offer to bring in different people to a program that could help everybody. And so I think that's what a lot of people struggle to understand. But Miranda, I hope that was helpful for you. Let's see. So Sue says, hey Laurel, this is a follow-up from last week. I'm a business coach for new coaches and asked you about launching a group coaching in January. I've been building my warm audience and I have my power content up and running. I have tried power pitches and have tried value bombs, not getting any results, but I do have my warm stack. I'm thinking I can make the group coaching priced at $27 and they will get a similar structure as you do with your $7 program. Plus they will get live mindset coaching. Is the offer irresistible? Like you said, I'm going to offer half off if they sign up before Black Friday. I appreciate your guys. It's going to be hard, right? Like if you don't have a large warm audience, like low ticket offers are hard. So Sue, what I recommend that you go watch is in the offer ad section, this jam between Sarah, Justin, and I about low ticket offers. I recommend that you go watch this so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. I just want you to know that it takes a lot of ad spend to be able to sell a $27 offer. So I just want you to be mentally prepared for that. I don't know, because you asked me if is the offer irresistible. You haven't given me an offer. You just told me what you sell. You haven't actually told me what the offer is, right? Like if you go to my sales page, right? This is the offer. You get live ad coaching and on-demand training for only $7 a month. You're going to learn my power system 0 to 7 that allowed me to go to 0 to 7 figures using $5 ads, right? That's the offer. You haven't told me what your actual offer is, so I can't answer it if it's irresistible, right? Live mindset. I will tell you this, people don't want mindset coaching. You're going to have to come up with a more tangible offer other than just mindset coaching. People don't buy mindset. People buy the results that changing their mindset gets them, but they don't want you to tell you that it's their mindset. So hopefully you've gotten enough to get started and so that we can push to the next thing. Let's say Yuan says, hey Laurel, thank you so much for the ideas for power offer testing. One of the things I get stuck on is how to make my graphic with testimonials attractive. Below is what I came up with. I think they'd be too small on mobile. I would love to get your feedback on this. Thank you, Ads Queen. Well, I appreciate the kind words. I think this is great. Have you seen some of my ads? My ads are freaking ugly. Like one of the things that you might want to do is you might just want to like break up all the sales came from the DM that speaks how good you are, and maybe like, maybe just make that as a standalone graphic that people can scroll through. I would test this with the three graphics on it, but I would also break them up individual with their little results underneath. And then do like a testimonial carousel. I would also see if I could follow up with these people and do 3 different case studies of how you helped them get those results. But don't knock yourself. Some of the best ads are the ugliest ads. Like all of the ugliest ads that I thought were not going to perform always do. So don't be too hard on yourself. This is freaking cool. I like that. Let's see. Sean says, hey Laurel, my question this week is about the ecosystem and power content. I was wondering if power content for a tradesperson, a carpenter, would be a 3 to 5 minutes, and what would you suggest if they aren't comfortable on camera? Maybe run an ad to their cold traffic to begin, and then to warm audiences later once we have some data from the hook and hold rate. I don't know. You haven't told me what the offer is or specifically like what they would do. Like what are they trying to sell? Like their services? So again, if you go back to brick and mortar, what is the gap that they're filling, right? What do they offer that's different than any other carpenter in the area? Do they, guarantee their work? So one of my most successful students, he builds cabinets, right? Him and his dad build cabinets. And one of the things that they guarantee is that the work will be done within 7 days and you won't have to move out of the house for the renovation, right? That was filling a gap because a lot of carpenters take a really long time to build cabinets. Like most of them take like, a couple of weeks. They're like, I want to say they build them in a weekend or something crazy fast. And I was like, that is the gap, right? And he ran that power offer alone. Like we will literally build you new kitchen cabinets over a weekend. and he runs ads for like $500 a month and gets like 16,000 to 20,000 in clients every single like month. It's crazy. So that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter which industry you're in. You have to start with, what is the gap that this offer is filling in the marketplace? That's where those power content ads are going to come from. And it doesn't necessarily need to be 3 to 5 minutes for, you know, anything local, but I think they would benefit from a 3-minute video of the carpenter saying, hey, I guarantee that I will come to your house and get X done in the next X amount of days without you having to move out of your house or something like that. So hopefully, I didn't have a lot of context, Sean, to go off, but I hope that was enough to get some ideas going. My little dog Bronx, I think, likes that idea because now he's like going crazy and swinging his little rope toy around. So I think he liked my advice to you. Let's see. Nancy says, I'm stuck on the 3 missions exercise. Awesome. So Nancy, thank you so much for doing this. I wish enough people would do this. So what she's referring to is she got lost in the 3 missions exercise, right? I have this prompt, so I know that she went through the work because look, need help? She used this template prompt. So kudos, Nancy. A lot of people just complain and go like, you know, post about it, and you did what you were supposed to do, and I freaking love it. And so watch this, guys. She's going to get help. She's going to be able to move forward. She didn't just sulk and complain. She came, got help, and now I'm going to give her the help. So she says, I watched the 3 missions video, and I got stuck where you said to create power content. I will be honest, I have a really hard time figuring out the proper way to promote or sell what I offer. My higher ticket offers are my evergreen program, Sacred Feminine, helping women overcome self-sabotage in their business and relationships by healing their witch's wound and stepping into their empowered sacred feminine energy. That sounds very interesting. And my one-on-one coaching, where I help others figure out what their gifts are to build out a business based around those gifts and support them through mindset. I'm really good at what I do, but I will own that I suck at marketing. We all suck at marketing in the beginning. You're in good hands. I know I have a market, but I don't know how to really speak to them. The link I want to run ads to is this. I'm also offering running ads for my monthly membership offer instead of going of the angle high-end intuitive business and personal coaching with a low ticket price. Again, make sure that if you want to go low ticket, and we'll talk about power content here in the middle, but I want you guys to understand low ticket is hard. I know a lot of people make it sound easy, but if you go to offer ads and watch this low ticket video right here, before you get started, before you have your heart set on low ticket, you want to make sure that you are well prepared mentally for how hard it actually is. And this is not to poo-poo low ticket offers. Obviously I have a low ticket offer, but I want you guys to go into it with a realistic mindset that going low ticket is typically not the thing that I recommend people do. I typically recommend that people sell their one-on-one to get cash flow and then use a low ticket offer in order to scale. That's the way that I prefer to do it. So Nancy, what you need to do whenever it comes to your power content, I want you to go to power content ads. And I'm not sure if you've watched this training. I think you might have. But one of the things that I would recommend that you do is this 15 pieces of content exercise, because what this is going to force you to do is it is going to force you to pull out all of the micro wins from your actual program. And then we're going to actually create content off of that. One of the other videos, Nancy, that I think you will get a lot of value of, I actually posted it the other day, and I'm going to pin it for everyone who's watching it here. Sorry, my dog is going crazy once again. But I'm going to pin this content exercise that, let's see, I posted it the other day. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to pin this to the top. If you watch this video right here, try this script. It is going to show you exactly how to actually pull out some of the things that we're actually talking about when it comes to power content. So in addition to actually doing the 15 pieces of content exercise, I want you to actually watch this. Like you can see here, I just pinned it in the featured section. This is going to help you pull out some really amazing content that you've likely already created, and all you need to do is build your power content script off of that. So that was a really great question. And so, like I said, Nancy, kudos to you for being a rock star and coming ask for help, because this is the perfect way to ask for help when you're stuck. Let's see. Demi says, hey, Laurel, looking for some clarity. Power content and power offer up to cold audience and doing well. Conversion multipliers too. Power content is to opt in for a quiz. I'm confused because power content is not supposed to have an opt-in. I am going to assume that you're saying your power offer is to opt in for a quiz. I'm just going to assume that because with a power content, we don't have an opt-in for that. I'm going to be running a free masterclass that I'm looking to set up ads for. I know this also falls under power offer, and I'm thinking I will still run this to cold traffic. Well, if you go here, you go to offer ads and lead generation. There are other scripts that you're going to want to use, and they are all here within this this lead generation strategy. Yeah, right here. Some of my favorite ad scripts and how to write ads, compelling ads right here. Those are going to be the ones that you're going to want to do. Let me finish reading this. I understand that when retargeting to our warm stack, we are focused on conversion multipliers in the hot 7. I also heard somewhere in the training you said the first boosted post will be power offer to warm stack. So my question is, what would be recommended at this point for targeting to run my power offer ads for a webinar? One to cold and one to warm. Yep, you would just follow. So if you go here, if you're wanting to do webinar specifically, right? I actually have this webinar strategy right here. And there you go. There's their ads again, and here's some ad scripts. So just go to the offer ads, webinar VSL, and follow the recommendations for that right there. That's the easiest. It's much easier for me to point you to the training than try to re-explain it on this live. But yeah, just go watch this webinar VSL training, and you will be good to go. Man, we had some really great questions this week. Just a reminder, if you want my advice, just throw them in the Ask Laurel thread. We do this every Saturday morning. The deadline to get them in is Thursday at 5. Don't forget, you want to be checking the featured section every single week. It's got all kinds of fun stuff in there, just like I just penned that post for the script. So if you have actually never watched this, I would say you should watch this. In addition to, if you go to my YouTube channel, I'm always posting new videos. Another one to watch, it's really good. I don't know if you guys know Jason Fox. Him and I did a jam on what to expect in the online marketing space in 2024. We just posted it 2 days ago. It's in the latest and greatest, and I highly, highly recommend that you guys watch this training. So just go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/The Laurel Show, and check out some of the other trainings that I've done. You guys are probably going to find it helpful, but as always,